Shops are open today. Middle of the night. Never would have guessed on a Saturday. We shall see, said the blind man. I've gotten DOT'd by this officer once before. I think my wife was with me when that happened. And here we go.
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. About yourself?
Are you running permits on the truck?
Permits?
Weight permits?
No.
You don't have a 1547, the over axle overgrowth?
No, just.
I think you'll be running about 83,000 right now. Where are you headed to?
Headed to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
All right, let me back you up, reweigh you, make sure, okay?
Okay.
Go straight back, I'm gonna get these boys off of you, okay?
All right. Uh-oh. Looks like we're overweight, guys. This is not good. 83,000. Not good at all. Oh, boy. What are you saying? He's saying we're about 83,000 pounds. Doesn't feel heavy. So I start backing up right here, and he keeps pointing for me to turn that particular way, and I'm like, why is he getting me to turn that way? And this is what happened. This is what I get for listening to him give me directions on how to back up. I knew what I was doing, but he just kept pointing that way, and well, the pit wasn't that deep, so it wasn't that big a deal. But you saw what just happened right there, and you'll hear him admit right now that he was kind of pointing the wrong way.
I probably looked ass backwards in the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy here, he's DOT'd me before. He's pretty cool. But doing his job, I mean, it is what it is. Never thought I'd be overweight. All right, let's see what we're talking about. I sure hope we're not. If we are, we might get into a little bit of trouble here. But it is what it is. I mean, part of it. Part of the game. We're over on the rear, 34.9. So, doing some calculations there. Hopefully, here we go.
Good enough, man.
It's good?
It's like 80,600.
Okay.
I said let it settle a little bit. It
Okay.
looks fine. That's
Okay.
fine with me anyway.
All right.
Have a good day, man.
You be safe. I think you DOT'd me like about 1.5 years ago. My wife was with me
Oh, did I?
on the other side.
Over in Dabo?
Because your son plays baseball?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you.
TCU, matter of fact.
For real?
Just signed September.
Oh yeah? What position?
First base, what they're talking about, but he's utility, he's pitch too.
Everything.
And whenever they can find a place for the field, that's all they care about.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm working on my son, man. My son's 7.
Yeah.
I'm working on him.
Hey, we were traveling at 7 all over the country.
Yeah, for real?
We never stopped.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
He's really good at soccer, like really good at soccer, like more than I ever was.
Right.
And so we're kind of.
There's money in that too.
Hey, man.
That select soccer, pretty tough too.
Yeah.
A lot of travel.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Where do y'all live?
In Willis.
Willis?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're close enough to play the big time in Houston.
Yeah, because they have a Dynamo League.
Right.
Yeah, for the kids. Yeah. Well, awesome, man. It's good. Your son.
Get some money for college, man. We're gonna need it now.
Got to figure it out, right?
Pay it off.
You have a good one.
Take care.
All right, guys. Cool guy. I think we're a little heavy because I just filled up, so that might be a reason, but we're good to go. Shout out to that officer's son and going to college baseball. Yeah, as soon as I saw him, man, I knew I'd dealt with him before, and I knew he was a good guy. Well, he was really cool last time I dealt with him. He even offered me and my wife, because she got off, and he even offered us some waters and some chips inside the scale house while he filled out my report. So pretty cool. Shout out to that officer. All right, guys. This is something that I've been struggling with, and something that I need to be transparent about and talk to you guys about. Something that happened to me a few days back, and I've just been dealing on and just thinking about how to talk about this to you guys. And it's all about being transparent here at this channel and showing you guys my mistakes, and hopefully you guys don't make the same that I do. I know the beginning of this video was a little clickbaity because we were at a the DOT. You guys maybe thought I was getting DOT inspected again. I did not, and as you guys saw, and unfortunately people love drama, and that's what kind of, I guess, if you made it this far, this is what's got you here now. It's that beginning of this video. That was a few days back, but I'm here right outside Cincinnati, and out here just got through snowing, and something that I really wanted to talk about and finally let you guys in on what really happened. And something really bad could have happened. It was potentially it could have been, had I not paid attention, if I had paid attention a little more. And it's something that some of us take for granted sometimes. I know some of us are something that we do that we're very how would I say it, we do things over and over again, and we kind of start being complacent and start being sloppy on the way we do certain things. And that's That's the only excuse that I really have for what happened to me on this particular day. So on the video that you guys saw where I was went down the wrong road, not only did I go down the wrong road, but I had the wrong trailer, guys. I had the wrong trailer all along. And the trailer was only off by one number. The last number, instead of being a 6, it was actually, instead of being, it was supposed to be a 6, and I had the one that had the 9. Every other number, all 6 digits matched except for that last one. And I don't know, because I looked at it. I remember getting to the yard, I looked at the trailer. I didn't get off my truck. I looked at it from far away, saw the number. In my mind, I thought, and I backed up, never got out with my paperwork and actually looked at it again, which is something that this is like my biggest fear actually happening, right? Because this is something that I always do. I always get off, get my paperwork, and look at the trailer to make sure I have the right equipment. And this is something that for me was extremely, I've been beating myself up about it, and just trying to figure out how to present you guys with this information. Now, I know that I'm going to get criticism for this. You know, I've been doing this for almost 19 years, and for this to have happened, it's embarrassing. More than anything, it's embarrassing, and it hurts my ego, because I try to, you know, take pride in what I do and do things right. So at around 9 o'clock that night, I received a phone call. I was already parked for the night after all that ordeal with the backing up and all that other stuff. Finally made it to the Petro, whatever. I was parked. I was about to start doing some editing, and I get a phone call. It's my dispatcher. And she's like, "Hey, George, you have the wrong trailer." And I'm like, "No way. There's no way I have the wrong trailer." She's like, "Yeah, you have the one that you have, the one ending in a 9, and you needed the one ending in 6. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Okay, so I get out and I go look, and sure enough, she was right. I mean, I had the wrong trailer. The driver that was taking that trailer, I was in Little Rock. The driver that was taking that trailer was going to New Jersey. He showed up to pick up the trailer, and that's when they noticed that it was that I had the wrong trailer, because my trailer was sitting at the yard. So she's like, "You know, we'll figure this out. Let me see if I can figure it out. How much time do you have left? Can you drive it halfway back? Can you drive it back?" And I really didn't have any more time left. I had like 2 hours left. I wouldn't get back to Houston. From Little Rock to Houston, it's about 6.5 hours, 7 hours, whatever. So it wasn't gonna happen. I couldn't get it back. And I told him, I will take it back. I mean, I messed up. I'm gonna own to this. I'll take it back. I'll get up in the morning, take it down there and drop it off to the driver, and then he can go on his way. Well, when this all was going on, the driver called me, and he was super pissed. Understandable. I get it. I get that he was upset. I messed up his whole thing. I did that. And I said, "Well, driver, I'll drive it to you. I mean, like, that's the only thing I can do. I mean, what can I do at this point?" So dispatcher finally, she called back again. She's like, "You know what? Let's figure this out. I'll get him to bring the trailer up to you, your trailer, and he can go on his way." So that's what happened. And then the driver, I was talking back and forth with the driver again and telling him, you know, that this was what was kind of the game plan. And he's like, "Man, I got to go way out of the way. I'm going to have to go through the mountains." I said, "Again, I will take it to you, brother. There's no big deal for me. I screwed up. Let me take it to you." And no. So he ended up, at the end of the day, he went 50 something miles out of route. And yes, he was going to have to go through a couple mountains in right outside of Nashville or something like that. But you know, he didn't have to be in that predicament, because it was all my fault. I'm owning to this, and this was all me. Well, finally, they were able to bring the trailer up. He brought it up. We swapped out real quick. Took us 10 minutes to swap out. He went on his way. I tried to get back to sleep to deliver in the morning, so the delivery would be on time. Showed up to the customer, delivered, no other hitch, everything was great. Here is where things could have gone extremely bad. I can't even emphasize how bad this could have been. had I made it on time, because it was scheduled to be there earlier, but due to me getting back from another load, and then I had to take my break and then take off, there was no way that it would happen. It was a possibility. It was a slight window that I could have made it on time. And but I told the dispatcher, and I had this weird feeling, I don't know, I had this weird feeling, and I told dispatcher, you know what, I'm not going to try to push it to make it on time, just reschedule for tomorrow, for the next day. And she was cool with it. She's like, all right, cool, we'll do that. So this is where this is all going to be key. Had I pushed it to make it on time and delivered the load, nobody would have found out until the tanks that we unloaded into got contaminated. In the chemical industry, guys, this is like huge. No, never do none of that stuff. That's why we always double check our paperwork when we show up to the customer, make sure they got the room, make sure that we have the right chemical and the chemical they need, and they also test the chemical. Here's another thing. The customer where I delivered pulled tests for the chemical, but didn't go turn it into the lab until we got through unloading. So this was all something that even there it could have got stopped if it would have been done correctly. Not blaming them at all. This is all me, right? So had this was motor oil, it would have cost a lot of money to clean out the tanks if it would have been cross-contaminated, and that was that. But had this been a chemical that if it mixes with another chemical, that it could create a fire, an explosion, or whatever, that is when you realize you really effed up. And I did that. Fortunately, everything got caught, and it didn't get to that point, but this all could have happened. I know I've had comments on my TikTok that, you know, this has happened, because I posted this when it actually happened, that this has happened to them or whatever. And then, you know, in the dry van industry and anything other than that, you know, you make that mistake, it could be corrected and really no big deal. But in the chemical industry, this is a huge deal. And it's something that, for me, it's a big slap in the face, and it's something that I had to share with you guys, because this is the reality of what could have really happened out here had the load been delivered, and all because of one mistake that I made for looking at the trailer the wrong way. Now, I got to give props to my dispatcher. She really handled this in a very professional way. She didn't escalate. There's a lot of dispatchers, you call and you tell them something, or they call and tell you they're already escalated, they're already upset, everything's already going on in their brain. She handled this so smooth, and she's like, George, we're gonna take care of this, we're gonna be all right, we're gonna figure it out. Just so smooth that I give props to her. And I really appreciate that. Us truck drivers out here on the road really appreciate dispatchers that do stuff like that, because we're already in a crazy state. Like I was even kind of what's a good word to say it? I can't figure it out right now, but I was already, you know, like having panic attacks. That's what I'm looking for. I was already having panic attacks because I have that, you know, I deal with that sometimes. And when I found that out, I was having panic attacks and I was tripping out. And but luckily she helped de-escalate the situation. Did I get in trouble for that? I did get in trouble. I was called by my terminal manager, and she called me and asked me what was going on, what had happened, and I told her what happened. I mean, what else could I really say? I told her exactly what happened, and that I made a mistake. And she just said, you know, make sure you never do it again, pay more attention. She said, I've never really heard anything from you. You're always you know, doing your job, doing what you're supposed to do. I never hear anything from you. I was surprised when this actually came, that this was actually you doing it, which actually kind of made me feel kind of good, you know what I mean? But anyways, but here I am. So I messed up, and that's all there is to it, guys. I wanted to share the story with you guys, and let you see that see my mistakes, that I'm real. I'm a real person. I'm, you know, just I'm worse than most of you that are watching these videos. I have a lot of things going on. My father, during those days, my father had gotten really sick. You guys know my dad has cancer, so he had gotten really sick, and he wasn't eating. Thank God he is now. And so I just had a lot of things going on in my head, and just yeah, just issues, but not anything that a lot of you guys aren't going through day by day. You know what I mean? So with that being said, guys, I just want you to take this story in, and maybe it'll help you out in the future. Pay more attention to stuff. And the lesson learned from here for me is that pay more attention. And at the end of the day, God does everything for a reason. And had I delivered that stuff on time and all of that stuff, it could have been bad. But for some reason, he held me back from being able to do that. And this was the result. And it was something that it was a learning experience for me. And hopefully you learned a little bit from this too. But I'm getting out of this cold because it's actually 28 degrees out here right now. Truck stop, I mean the rest area is right over there. And Cincinnati's that way, so it's starting to snow a little bit more, and it's getting later. So without further ado, guys, thank you guys again for joining me one more time, guys. Don't forget to be kind to one another. Help anybody needs help. Anybody contemplating suicide, don't do it, guys. We lose people every day due to suicide, but we also lose our military men and women every day due to suicide as well. If you know somebody, help somebody, try to do what you can for them. And last but not least, military men and women, thank you so much for giving me the freedoms to be able to be here telling you this story. See you guys on the next video. Peace.